Well, yeah, today is Sachi's birthdays. Totally forgot about that. I was so focused on the other birthday, for example, Koharu. Usually Koharu has a little bit better stuff there. But either way, today it is Sachi's birthday, so happy birthday to Sachi. And we're gonna take a look at her birthday band, of course, to see if it's worth it or not, or if something really juicy in there. Anyway, short about her birthday, you can see that we have a 3-step banner where step 1 3% off, step 2 regular price, step 3 a guaranteed random Sachi skill. But you can also see that on step 3 and step 2 we have a little bit increased drop rate for the future one, which is these two new skills here that we're gonna take a look at pretty soon. So we have a new link skill and a new full burst, Pursuit of Knowledge Sachi, and Song of the Frozen Spirit Sachi, which is a full burst wind spear. Okay. And all the record are Sachi step 2 and 3 featuring new Sachi skill record. So in total, you're gonna spend 6,250 Arcane gems if you are going for a full rotation. And the duration of this banner is till the 20th of February, so roughly 9 days on you to decide if you want to pull on this one or not. And the first skill we're gonna take a look is the new passive, the new Link passive Pursuit of Knowledge Sachi. It has King of Spear and Wind Acclamation. Okay. King of Spear gives a flat 1000 attack when you can spear, so going to be really good in a spear set. And Wind Accumulation 3, wind element damage rise by the novel Sachi skill in the same set times 10%. That is also really good. That means if you have, for example, 7 Sachi plus this one that is 8 Sachi, you are getting 80 wind damage, which is a lot. But I'm pretty sure you don't really need that many Sachi skill. You maybe need like 3 to 4 such skill, and that should be fine enough. You don't need any more. And for Link skill, let's have a look on the effect. When you activate the Link state, you are getting flat fire on attack. Pretty good for Link sword skill. And when you reach level 100, skill power added 1%. Pretty good. And at level 250, with element damage plus 20%. That's pretty good. So this is a not bad passive skill for Link if you're currently building a Link set. And we do see a lot more Link skill now. And I'm pretty sure in the future they might improve the Link skill a little more, adding another additional level. Maybe, let's see, 100, 250, maybe 350 is the next level to achieve. We'll see though. But for now, this is pretty strong passive skill for Link. Song of the Frozen Spear Sachi, this is the full burst wind spear. Terrible wind skill animation for SP, Frozen Wind, physical time 80 switch gauge, and for a nice switch gauge, not bad. It does 2460% damage a hit AoE, and that is if using normally. Wind element weak 4 debuff, wind element damage to monster plus 25 for 10 seconds, good. Wind force 4, wind element damage 3% for 50 seconds, also good. Not bad if you use it normally. And if you want to activate the full burst, you have to do wind, wind, frost, wind. So hopefully you do have many wind skill for spear. And if you limit break the skill to plus 10, you are removing this sequence and only need to do wind, wind, frost. So that is much easier to activate. 50 second cooltime. That's mean you are able to use this one in one rotation, pretty nice. 80 switch gauge and 78 breakage, pretty good. It does 6000% damage a hit AoE, that is really good. Gale Demon Fight, wheel element damage 65% for 8 seconds. Yeah, that is a lot, really good one. Bonus attack plus 2000 against enemy with debuff status, really strong. And if you quick 3 or more such skill in the same set, damage down to enemy weak to frosting 1%. Also another good bonus, so this is really good bonus here. You have 2 good bonus and 1 buff for your wind damage, pretty nice. So not really bad on a full burst skill effect, pretty nice. And you won't consume any SP when you activate full burst, pretty good. And then we have the Song of the Frozen Spear Sachi sword skill with higher damage multiplier after increasing limb breaking. Yep, pretty worth the limb break. If you are running a spear DPS, then this one is definitely worth the limb breaking. And the drop rate, not best of course, 0.047. And then we look at step 3, we have 0.024. And for guaranteed, you have 3% chance to get one of the future red, and then 0.6% chance to get non-future red. And we do have many such skill here. I believe there are roughly 9 skill, which is not bad. If you're a big fan of spear, then maybe this banner is definitely worth it. So yeah, overall, the new skill, definitely really good, especially if you're now trying to build around Link skill. Then I do see getting some of the Link skill can be really good here. But you can also wait for Link banner when that is out. I think that's more worth it if you are into Link skill. So this is not bad, really good full burst spear, definitely gonna be really good in any frost wind content. And then Link skill, this one gonna be really good for a Link spear set if you're running that, so not bad. We will take a look on the other Sachi skill that you can get in her birthday if you missed the future, and also talk about if this banner worth to summon or not. So here is all the Sachi skill that you can get from her birthday banner, except for the free ones. The free ones will obviously give you the free from event, etc. So these are the skills you can get from her birthday banner. And you can see I have categorized them in different categories: Link, Chain, Full Burst, Connect, Axle, Mod, Awakening Burst, Fodder, etc. This is mostly what I think are really good at the moment. So for example, Link skill, I think this is a pretty good Link skill for now until they release more Link skill. For Chain, this is the good ones. The Full Burst, this is the good Full Burst. Connect, this is the two, I think that's really good. So this is just based on my opinion, what I think is really good and what's really bad at the moment. And then we have the rest. These other skill I think are really bad, not really used, but they still can be fine. If you use progressing through the story, then the skill are definitely fine. But otherwise, in my opinion, the skills I put here are pretty much trash, in my opinion. So let's talk about some of the such skills that you can get from birthday banner. Link skill, of course, a little bit awkward at the moment how Link skill are, but in the future when they release more Link skill, this one can be really relevant unless they power creep it. We really don't know, but for now, Link skill can be still used in endgame content. We just require different build. And like I mentioned before about Link skill, they have some potential, but for now, it's better to wait when they release more Link skill. So for now, this is a good spear Link. For Chain will always be good. Nothing changed for the last year, so Chain skill will always be good. Dark stacking, wind stacking, and armor DK stacking, pretty good Chain, especially if you're running a Chain Full Burst set. These four can be really good in the spear DPS. Full Burst, they will always be good. Some can be strong, some can be weak, but it's still fine for any content they're doing. Connect skill, mostly you need to rely on this one. This is like the best one out there, and this one is like, if you don't have any connect chain, this one is fine to use. Axle, I think a lot of skill from Axle can be really good here. For example, Stigma Spear is really popular when it comes to Stigma. Stigma is a debuff that is really good, rely in endgame content, but also in GOG. So really useful spear here. For example, this one is pretty popular to use. It has Stigma. This one also Stigma. But then we also have some element stacking, fire stacking, holy stacking. I think this is earth stacking or wind earth stacking, and then it's water stacking. And not only that, these two here, they also have Stigma in the Axle mode, so can be really nice to use as well. So all this Axle skill is not bad. Mod skill, I don't really want to talk about mod skill, but you know, mod skill, they're irrelevant right now when we have full burst or burst. They're much better than mod skill. But if you somehow manage to get some mod skill, I guess these are fine to get. Other than that, the other mod skill, they are in the rest category. Awakening, this is mostly you supporting your set. Really good awakening skill that can use. For example, this one can be really nice if you're building a holy DPS set, can be really nice to use. If you're building fire DPS set, then this one can be fine. For burst, I want to mention two of them, this one and this one. This one is really good if you're running a earth DPS set on spear, really strong, same level as the newest birthday Sachi there. And this is mostly if you want to increase the breakage on the enemy, still really good. Even though it's really old, it's still relevant till this day. Really nice in any frost content where you have to increase the breakage, or even GOG can be really nice to have. For the fodder, this is mostly for your spear mod. If you want to use any of these are pretty good. Passive, nothing have really changed from the last year, but I added two more. This one and then this one. This one gonna be really good in a dagger or sword build. If you're running a wind set, this is pretty nice to have. This one, if you are into stacking, frost stacking, this one can be really nice to have as well. So that is the only thing I want to mention. There are a lot more we can talk about, but I don't want to waste a lot of time. So that is all the Sachi you can get from the birthday banner. So there are so many good options here. And if you still wondering what they do, what the skill effect does, etc., I do recommend checking out some of the Sword Online fan-made data that you can check out. For example, this one I already mentioned before. I don't really use it, but I think it's pretty good if you just want to know more information. For example, right now we have the Sachi birthday banner, right? You can check it out. This one that said I was pretty strong, we can check it. Now you can see the multiplier, the damage, the borders. So it's still not bad site to check it out if you want to do that. You can also check this one here, the Sword Online Interfactor database, but this one is not really updated that much. I'm really sad about that. You see this one is a mentioned new, but this one was from last year, so the owner doesn't really update this site too much, but you still can use it. There's still some relevant skill they can check it out, you know, the old stuff. Other than that, there's one more new site that I have not explored yet. This is from a YouTuber named Zen. I think it's a decent site that you can check out. You see, it's a very nice UI and where you can check it out, all the Sachi skill here. Pretty nice. You can check it out for this passive that I mentioned. This is pretty good if you are stacking. Then you can see the effect here: reinforce the slap 3, alt core, and spear support 1. Really nice, right? So I do recommend using any of the data site if you want to learn more about the skill and stuff. This is not sponsored. I'm not sponsored to promote this site, but I just recommend you if you are looking into what the skill do affect. I do recommend using one of these sites. I will link this site in the description. So you can check them out. Definitely worth it if you are into looking to see what the effect skill does, or if you're wondering what the other skill do. For example, you're looking for what the messenger of the player do, you can just copy the name and then type it in here, or the other side I recommend. So yeah. Now the question is this banner worth to summon on? Well, it really depends what you have or what you need, of course. I will only recommend pulling Sachi buff banner if you're into spear. If you do like using spear, you want to build a spear DPS set or any different spear set, then Sachi is one of the banner I do recommend pulling on, because Sachi do have many spear skills that you can use. Not only that, you can also build a decent build with spear as well. You have chain, you have full burst, connect, axle, many different spear skills that support your spear build. So it's not bad to summon on this one. If you want to start into building spear, then this is not bad to summon on. And if you max yet one of the newest skill, they're gonna be really good for any comp. For example, the newest full burst Sachi, this one gonna be really good in any frost and wind content, but also in Chaos Showdown. We do have 2 bosses that's weak to frost and wind, the tentacle and also the stig, so I can use that. And for the passive, it's pretty good, even though if you don't use the link state, the passive effect still is pretty good. It gives you 1000 attack when you use spear, but also increases wind damage, so pretty good if you're building a wind set. If you're into spear and you want to build a spear set, Sachi buff banner, I do recommend pulling the one. If you're a player that do not want to build spear and you're not into spear, then you can pretty much save your congen. We do have more banner coming soon, of course. We do have full burst banner that is coming pretty soon. That one will have a lot of full burst. So if you do need more full burst skill, then I recommend summon on that. But we also do have Korra's birthday in 1 week, 2 weeks, something like that. So you can also wait for that. I only recommend if you're a player that like to use spear, or you're a player that want to start building spear set, then I do recommend pulling Sachi. You can start with building around this newest full burst. This one gonna be really useful. Other than that, if you're not into spear, then you can pretty much skip this banner and save a conjab. And this is for every single player. If you're a new player, re-rolling, etc. If you like using spear, then I do recommend pulling this one. That's for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Take care now, and bye bye.